Start recording.
Okay, so I click record on my voice recorder then.
Yeah.
Oh, but I always forget every time. I need to put earphones in. I'm so dumb.
Wait, let me just test the level. Hello, this is me. Oh, it's recording. Ah!
She's been recording the whole time.
Didn't like it. Hello. I hope this works out okay.
Laura,
Hope this works out okay.
And
Hello?
we'll just do one take. We're not gonna if we mess it up to start with, we'll just
Yeah,
keep
carry
it in.
on.
Yeah.
When do we clap?
Okay, 3.
Oh no, wait, I've not started recording. Okay, I'll start recording now.
3, 2, 1. Bored.
That was intense.
Just gonna move my microphone.
Be careful of that smoothie stuff though, Meg. Because once I did that, I drank a whole bottle of that and I felt like so ill. How much have you drank?
I've only had about a quarter of it.
Have half and then stop.
I don't want any more. I really don't. Send me loopy. Okay. Recording on Zoom. Fantastic. Okay. So I'll. So it's. Should we just go for it? Okay. Hello, we are Jay Frisco and welcome to the Jay Frisco Podcast. My name is Megan Rowe.
My name's Gemma Freeze.
And my name is Laura Jones.
Excellent. So we may start all of these podcasts moving forward with a discussion about feet, toes, or socks. We often talk about feet. We don't know why, but it's just a bit of a common interest, I suppose. And
I think because they ground you. They ground you. You know, without your feet, you fall.
Very good.
And
Yeah.
Jay Frisco is grounding.
Love that.
And groundbreaking.
Fantastic. So Laura's question was, which toe do you most identify with out of the toes? And I know straight away which one.
Do you?
Yeah, it's definitely the baby toe. It's definitely the little one. I think it makes me think of Poe. Where is Poe?
The baby toe is really small, isn't it? It's a very, very small toe.
Yeah, and I remember when we were little, I don't know why I'm saying this, my little brother's Harry's toe, like little baby toes. Have you ever seen someone's baby toe like sort of growing in a weird way where it's so small that it's sort of like, I don't know how to explain it. It just sort of pokes up instead of like a nail. Just sort of looks like more like a duck's beak. No, not a duck's beak, a chicken's beak that's sort of like goes up. Has anyone ever seen a toe like that?
No.
No.
I actually have here's a secret for all of the Frisco followers. I actually have webbed toes. Not all of them. But
do you really?
Yeah. 2 toes on each foot, the same 2 toes are joined together. And they just move together. Or all of the rest.
What? Wait, like actually the skin, or they move their...
So how it works is basically, like, say this is your fingers.
Yeah.
See how you've got like a little bit of skin in between each ones?
Yeah.
You'll notice on your toes that you have the same thing. And same on hands. Some of the skin will be higher up than others. So on my toes, imagine this is my foot.
Mm-hmm.
On 2 of my toes, the skin comes up to here.
No way. No. Does it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which toes is it?
It's my so you've got big toe, and it's the toe next to that and the toe next to that, and it's the same on both feet.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually looks a bit better now. My feet have grown. I've just had another look now that, like, my feet are obviously like full size. I would say that's the foot. I would say the skin comes about there. When I was younger, it was really much more noticeable.
You've grown into your web.
Yeah, I think maybe my toes have got longer or something. So like it looks there's less of a web. But I like it. I've grown very, very fond to them. I enjoy that they're friends. They come together. I like that it's matching on both sides. Although on my left foot, the web is slightly higher than on my right foot.
Wow.
I can't believe I've just shared this information, but here you go. This is how comfortable I am with my feet.
Are they the toes that you identify with or not?
Actually, interestingly, I was going to say that I mostly identify with my toe thumb. The other interesting fact is that I have two. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, but basically one of my thumbs looks like a toe.
It does.
It does a little bit.
Yeah, it's good. I trapped it in the car door, right, and you see it just grew really weirdly. So it's like it's on the slant. It just looks like a big toe.
Wow.
And I think, yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah, it really,
It really does look
Yeah,
like
I
a
see that.
little, yeah.
Very
So
circular.
Yeah, very circular, very, very wide, very slanted.
So your
Yeah.
toe webbage has that ever led to any advantage or disadvantage in your sort of movement or any sports? Because you were
No.
quite sporty, weren't you? When you were at well, you are sporty, but when you were at school, you were quite into your athletics and stuff. So was that an
Sporty spice.
advantage?
Yeah, maybe I can like jump higher because I've got like like more of a like a spring, like maybe. It was definitely a bit weird. I remember like my mum pointed it out to me when I was small, and I like really was freaked out. I couldn't like move these two toes apart. But it definitely, like, you don't feel it. Yeah, it doesn't affect me mobility wise. It's actually interesting that there seems to be much less now. But yeah, they really do. All of the rest, if you take your feet, you can, if you spread your toe, you can make your toes like spread out, can't you?
Yeah.
But my two of them they are.
Does it ever make you feel envious when you see like a bit of shred? Think, I wish I could do that.
No, I feel sorry for you guys that don't have like friendly toes.
Oh, cute.
Because they obviously really like each other. Yeah. I think it's really interesting that happened on both feet as well, on the same toes.
Oh my gosh, that's just made me think of something. I get really into learning about certain things sometimes, and it sometimes happens where it's a YouTube thing and I've been watching something and then I click on a suggested thing that's even weirder. The thing that's suggested then is even weirder than that. And
the rabbit hole of YouTube.
Exactly. And conjoined twins videos. Oh my, like, there's so many questions about conjoined twins, people who are even like a girl and a boy that are conjoined, and how they live basically the separate lives, but they're actually attached. It's fascinating. If you're ever, looking for something fascinating to learn about conjoined twins on YouTube. There's actually a duo of vloggers, and they just answer all the stupid questions that people have about their life in a really funny, but like they're quite real and authentic about it as well. Would highly recommend watching them.
That sounds great. Thanks for the YouTube recommendation.
Gemma, what was your toe that you most identify with?
So there's a toe on my right foot. I think it's the middle one, so the third one. And when I was a young teen, I kicked a football and that toenail fell off. And even though the nail grew back, it was never quite the same. So it feels very different to all my other toes. So it's like the ugly swan.
Oh.
Wait, Megs, what was yours again? Remind me. You're the baby toe.
Baby toe. I think it looks quite cute and reminds me of Poe. And I think, oh, yeah, just like the little...
I was just going to say, I thought like it was interesting that all of ours had like a story behind it. There was like a reason why it was that toe. Like, I wonder how many toe stories there are. You know, if we could ask anyone watching these, what are your toe stories?
Send in your toe stories.
Send in your toe stories.
Yeah.
Have you ever broken a toe? You know, how did it happen?
Extra toes, fewer toes.
Yeah, have you lost a toe? Oh, that would be awful.
Okay, fabulous. I think this should stay. This definitely needs to be a continuous theme. Would you agree?
I would agree. Although I must admit that I won't make a habit of talking about my webbed toes.
That's mad.
Although any questions, you know, I've opened up now, so
that's fab. So what?
Unlike your toes,
she starts getting toe hate mail.
I didn't like that joke at all.
Sorry.
Okay,
she's angry at me now.
What was one thing that you did this week that was either new or exciting, or something that you were really excited about? Gemma.
Mine is going to be a very minimal thing here, but I think that's important because exciting things can be small. So today I went and got a vegan gluten-free cake from the bakery, and that's
what cake was it?
It's a proper fancy one. It's like pistachio something flour rose summer.
Oh
wow!
I've not eaten it yet because it looks so nice. I'm just scared to eat it.
Oh my god, Gemma, I loved that. I loved it. The story was that you just went to go and get it. I'd assumed that you'd eaten it, but this is even more cool.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, that's really nice. I love that you saved it. When do you think you might try? You're just gonna treasure it. You could try freezing it.
Yeah.
Preserve it.
You could freeze it in slices and then take a slice every...
Oh, I'm not going to slice it up.
Oh, it's a one...
How are you going to eat it one day? It's like in one bite. Wow, that was really nice. I like that it was vegan, gluten-free.
Yeah, lovely. Laura, what's your thing?
Do you know what? I couldn't really remember much of what had happened this week, to be honest. But I thought maybe I would share with you the fact that I feel proud of myself. I think that was just one of the bits of the question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For writing letters to my nan. So she lives in Wales. Obviously not been able to see her for ages, and I'm just like not as close to her as my other grandparents. Don't really know why. I think like she's just like that little bit older, that it's like taken until I got to like a certain point in my 20s to be like, oh my god, you lived like such an amazing life and through such an interesting time. Like I really want to know about you and who you are. So yeah, I started it in the first lockdown, and we now just regularly write each other letters, which is really nice. So she sent me a picture. So should I show the picture so you can all see my nan?
And I'll describe it.
Okay. So she sent me a picture. This is my nan. Oh, isn't she cute?
Laura's nan in a white, looks like a woolly jumper, holding a baby. Who's the baby?
So the baby is, I believe, it's her gardener's baby. The letter is slightly confusing. She's quite old, and
that's brilliant.
It took me a while to figure that out. I think what she's saying here is that it's her. She has her gardener that like helps also just like do care for her, basically. He's had a baby, I believe. At the end, she says the baby comes with her parents, but she loves a cuddle. Oh, I think she's just trying to like make sure she knew that she hasn't just acquired a baby. So
Brilliant.
So yeah, that's that. But I really like. I've got a few of these letters here, and she always starts it with like. So the first, well, one of them says, "My dear little Lara." So I think that's always really nice.
Aw.
Another one says, "Dear Lara, how is my lovely girl?"
Oh,
Actually, this one's really nice, and she says, "It was such a joy looking after you all those years ago,"
Oh,
which I thought was really nice.
sweet.
Because I spent some time. I spent some time she looked after me. Yeah, so she explains in this letter like who the baby is, and then what else she said? Oh yeah,
the mystery baby.
she says, she talks about the baby, and then she says, "Your photograph is on my side, and it attracts a lot of attention. I tell everyone about you. I'm very proud of you. Please be careful about germs here, there, and everywhere. Love, lots of love, and still hope to see you soon." I know, so it's really cute, but it's quite sad because I can like see that her writing is like she's like struggled to write it. So, but yeah, I really like it when her letters come through because I feel like it's just a nice. I love post. I think post is great. I think it's so much more meaningful than all these like messages that we send.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that that's a thing that we've got, and I feel like that is just we've like established how our relationship like works. It's like we communicate through letters, and I think we'll just do that like for the rest of our life, and I think that's like a really nice thing. So yeah,
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Awesome. Maybe speaking of post, maybe I'll open this package that's come from Gemma.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Well, I think it's.
We
come
have
from
strong
Gemma.
suspicions that Gemma has sent Megan a parcel.
Don't open it upside down though.
She's opening a brown box.
So, that way.
That with the. I mean, not that it's from me, but with the address facing the top. That's it. I'm just
So
making.
it's about a medium-sized box for anyone that's just listening.
I'll have to take the tape off first. Anyone that's into ASMR. This is really abrupt ASMR. You want to get anxiety from this, then right. I see. So it's
Yeah.
Whoa.
fancy. Where did you get that box from?
I actually reused the box.
How did you manage to do that?
Someone hadn't done that thing.
Oh right. Yeah, again for anyone listening, it's how do you explain that? It's one of those things that you like pull it and then it opens the box.
Like a tab, isn't it?
Yeah, tab, that's it.
Is this safe to do this, Gemma?
No.
It's not. I'm scared. Should I show the
Yeah, sure. And then
Okay. Opened up the box and there is it says go on, try it now. You know you want to. And then there's this flower thing. I'm honestly it could be barbed wire or anything. Oh. Okay. Here we have
Wow, scrolls
with some ribbon attached around it. Let's have a look. What else? We've got another scroll with.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see these.
Some more ribbon, and this says "Merry Christmas" on it. Fantastic. We've got another scroll, a very small scroll.
Are they ordered? I saw that one said 7. Do they go in an order?
Yeah. We've got an empty Yogi Tea Echinacea packet there. And yeah, number 2. No. Yeah, number 2 scroll. Wow. This is another level. Number 8.
So they're mini scrolls with red writing on for the numbers.
So, do I need to open these in that order, from 1
Yes.
to 8? Or
I'm guessing. I didn't send you this, but I'm just kind of
and
getting into the
Using your
mind of-
intuition.
and again, is it safe to do that in?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're in a safe place.
So it's 1 to 8, is that right? Using your intuition.
Using
Right.
my experience.
Very interesting. Okay.
And can you describe what the scrolls were hidden in?
They were hidden in sort of black tissue paper that's shredded, and it's like, imagine Tracy Beaker's hair. It's like that.
Have you definitely got
Also-
all the scrolls?
I've got all the skulls. Also, did you know? This is for all you 90s kids. Tracy Beaker is they're releasing a music video, and Danny Harmer's in it, a new one. I don't know if it's because they've released a new Tracy Beaker now, with all new actors in it. But I think Danny Harmer's still in it. But yeah, anyway, found that out on News Round today because we were watching it at school. Okay, number 1. We've got a nice gold ribbon on this one. Number 1, what does it say? Hello, Megano. Thank you so much for everything you sent me. Those stickers honestly made me myself with laughter and love. And that sign, ha ha ha. Can't wait to make some art out of it. You know my taste very well. You taste taster. And that card from Girls OMG, they are the future.
So I'm replying to Meg. So me and Meg have been sending each other letters. So I'm just replying to this. So in the letter that Meg sent me, she sent me this really cool kind of warning sign that she found on the ground, and she washed in a sink.
I washed
Full
it
of
in the
mud.
sink, and my dad walked in and was like, so it's a warning sign. It says no waiting, and I found it on the street, and I thought Gemma would love that. And
I really like this post vibe that's going on. Like maybe that's like a thing that lots of people have like started to embrace over lockdown. Like,
I think
I hope so, because it's fun, and also if you're someone who finds like talking like a bit too much, then if you write, then you can take as long as you want. So I think it's helpful for like people with social anxiety as well, possibly.
Definitely. And we get so bombarded every day with digital messages. It's nice to get an analog
Yeah.
message from every now and again. Okay, number 2. I am turning into a person I like very much. I hope she can survive after COVID is over. Love that. We were talking about COVID, and I was saying how I'm very comfortable with not leaving the house, and how I'm kind of I'm not really looking forward to having to leave the house again, which we both supposedly agree on there. We've had to learn to be different people in this time, which I have enjoyed. I haven't missed lugging all my stuff on trains and playing to an audience of one. But I have missed seeing people. I am an introvert, so I'm thriving. However, it has made me realize that I do need some socializing. Love, totally agree.
I
Yes.
really like that. I really like the first. Can you read the first sentence from that one again?
Yeah, maybe this. Oh, album 3 inspo. Am I right? I am turning into a person I like very much. I hope she can survive after COVID is over.
That's beautiful. I really like how that's written. Very
I love that.
nice.
That's been filed in the album 3 file.
Yeah, I agree.
This one number 3 has a really gorgeous ribbon around it.
Maybe you can rub the ribbon in your mic, the sparkly sides. I'm sure will create some friction.
Oh yeah. Okay. I completely relate to you in that I love doing my own thing. I hate being told what to do, which leaves me with little career options. And holy, your handwriting or whatever that special writing is called, it's fantastic. How did you learn that? It must have taken you ages to write that letter, lol. And here I am just typing like a lazy.
Yes, there's a lot of swearing. But yeah, Megs, what's that writing that you wrote my letter with? That really loopy kind of
it's
inky.
it's just it's
Is it calligraphy or?
it's kind of calligraphy. I mean, I'm using a fountain pen that has a flexible nib, and
Ooh.
so when I put more pressure on, the nib widens and the lines get thicker. So it's sort
Ah.
of you sort of drill down, and the more pressure you put on, it goes wider. So you get these much more like depth in your writing, and it's quite hard to get used to. But I like it, and I ended up getting ink everywhere. I spilt a lot of ink on the table and on the carpet. So
I love the
sorry,
phrase flexible nib.
Yeah, I like that too. That's
flexible
so
nib.
nice.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Number 4. This is a small scroll, and it has a golden ribbon. Um, let's have a look. Number 4.
I like that you split it up. You split the response up into like
Bite
lots of
size. In case
bite
you just
size.
want to read a few and then have a break.
But also that's interesting because that is what we do with digital technology often. We send like a
Mm.
message and then we'll send another one and then another one and then another one.
More
like-
digestible, isn't it? You would never like talk to someone for like half an hour and then stop, then they talk for half an hour. That's not how conversations work. So we've kind of
Yeah.
learned to text that way as well, like little bits, and wait
Mm.
for the person to reply.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
interesting.
You, yes, you, Megan Rowe, are the queen of improv in every area of your life. It is one of the things I admire most about you. Love it.
Oh, I
That's
love
so
that
cute.
too. That's so nice.
Oh,
I agree with that sentiment.
I can't remember what I said I was improvising about. I think probably teaching. So I'm just sort of improvising, you know. I don't know.
I think it's you have sometimes you'll have the impulse to do something, and I think like usually those impulses that you have usually lead to great things, and they usually like really it's from a strong place as well. It's not like for no reason. Like you always do something for a reason, and even your impulses are for a reason as well. Like when you're like, oh, let's go do photography in here or something.
Yeah.
Or
We definitely did a lot of that. I remember, I don't know what I was reading. I think I was reading an article about us from ages ago. I was like, and it said how we used to go and do art and we used to just draw and paint and stuff. And I basically forced Jules, was like, forced pens and paint in your face all the time. I was like, we're doing paintings now.
No, but
I
that's
did it.
great.
yeah, it was
I
great.
was saying to Jess the other day actually that like it was actually to do with the place we're going to be recording the new album, and I really liked that you totally challenged us on it, and I like to like we could have done like the easy option. I think I often come into things like with very practical solutions, and I think I can sometimes be the same with music making as well. I'll be like, this is the practical thing to do, or like maybe the most logical thing to do. And I really like that you often come in with something that's just like a total curveball. And like in the first moment, I'll be like, oh, well, I'm not sure about that. Like,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a hassle. And then you do it, and it's like, holy fuck, Megs, like you nailed it. Like you just always get it right. Like, and I definitely that's definitely happened a lot of times in like the process of making albums as well. It's like for a split second, I'll be like, I'm not sure about that. You know, like that's I don't think that's going to work. But you're always right, and you always like I think you go that extra step, and I think you push us to like take those extra steps and like come out of our comfort zones or whatever. That's like a wanky way to say it, mate. Sorry, way to say it. But
yeah, I try and think everything has to have a reason. Like, I think something that really stuck with me was when I learned about Daft Punk and how they recorded their albums, and they had a section of speech that was from the 1950s, and because it was from the 1950s, they used a mic that was from the 1950s. And people are like, well, no one's going to know that, but they knew it.
Mm.
And I think
Yeah.
that's just why, that's what takes their artistry to the next level. And that's why they're so good, because everything they do has a reason. Like that next album that we record is going to be recorded in a place that brings out the best in us. And it's going to help us, because our music is very based on how we feel and the setting around us. So we need to make sure that that is the right setting before
Yeah.
we and I'm so glad that you found that place, because it's just gonna be so good. So yeah,
Yeah.
we do have a place that we think we're going to record album 3 in the summer, and we are so excited, because I think this could actually be this could be the best, because of actually how ideal it is for us. Um,
Yeah, it's very ideal.
It's a dream, really, isn't it?
It is. I would like actually that's what we said like originally, like in like the first like a few months of like forming a band, like we literally spoke about doing an album like that, and now we're doing it. And I think you're really good at like always drawing it back to like the core of like what we're trying to do and like saying stuff. Yeah, it's very powerful. You are definitely like a true improviser.
Oh, babes. That's very sweet.
We love Megs.
Oh, I feel flattered.
So next scroll.
Number 5, we've got another ribbon, rainbowy ribbon. Let's have a look here. Ooh. Okay, so it says, cheers, Meggie. I am going to be doing oh, I think that's to come after. And then, oh yeah, oh no, that's right. So, cheers, Meggie. I'm going to be doing courses. So I said, Gemma had revealed to me that she was thinking of going into counselling as a bit of a career move. And I was like, honestly, yeah, totally. Probably the best listener that I've ever met in my whole life, Gemma, is just because a listener doesn't just listen, they show you that they're listening. So you really feel like you are being heard. And Gemma's very good at that. And I think as well, because she's often in her own head and she's analysing feelings all the time, and she's very in tune with, it's sensitive and about people's feelings and always thinking about how someone might be feeling. I think she'd be very good at putting herself in other people's shoes and being able to really help them in that way. So then Gemma said, and then see how I feel. If I defo want to be a counsellor, then if I do, I will do a master's course in York. My mom knows a lot of counsellors, so I had already had lots of advice from them, which is amazing. And quite good to know know exactly what I need to do to become one. The opposite of music, lol. Don't agree.
No, I think
Don't
they're very
agree.
connected. And I think what makes you such a good musician is what would make you such a good counsellor, and the two would totally feed into each other.
I guess I meant like the way to get into counselling is not the same, is like the opposite of
right. Yeah,
like I already know, like I know what the best course is, and that would get me there, and then I would start there. Like it's very like as you know, quote unquote normal jobs where you can follow a certain path and you know what kind of thing to expect from it, whereas with music you can't.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I'm going to see how it goes with, I have to do something first before I do a master, so I'm going to see if I enjoy it first before I commit.
That will be great. I think the idea of stability just honestly is like so appealing to me, from the anxiety of waiting for money to go in and just constantly not knowing if you're going to be able to afford that coffee. That it to have something where you know you're helping people and you enjoy the work is great. And if you can be in that position at some point, I think you'll feel like amazing, because I know you really like helping people, and
you're good at it. You're very
you're really good
at
it. So
thank you.
yeah. Number 6, it's got a red ribbon. It's got a red rib. I don't know why I started saying God instead of got. I don't know.
Because I said
just got a bit excited.
mom.
Mom.
It's because
Yeah,
my mum doesn't like me spelling. Like if I spell mum as in like MUM, she'll be like, nope. And she's American.
Mum.
She hates it. Yeah, she hates it. So she'll make me spell it like mom. Like even if it's like a birthday card, she'll like make me the U into an O, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh, one day we should have a podcast where we have our mums on.
Oh my
Mums
God.
on. Should we do that? If we can, at some point after all this. It's funny. My mum.
I think all of our mums would be like just really different.
I think they would.
Thinking about that is like really funny, even if it doesn't happen. Like,
that's a great one. We should definitely do that because
Yeah.
they are so different. Our mums are all so different. That's great. Oh, I'd love to have my mum on it. Oh, I love my mum.
That can be goals, summer goals. Get them all on the podcast.
That is a great idea. Yeah, I'll tell Jill Jones about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, number 6 is I don't know if it's my calling. I think music is my calling. Counselling is another calling. A second calling. An echo of the first calling. The howl of the second wolf. That's another one for the album 3 pile. Love that.
Yeah, that is another one.
I think there's always I think there's always more than one path, and you might still end up in the same destination, but you don't always go on the same path, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
and I think, I've been focusing on teaching recently because that's what I want to go into, but I'm still like doing music loads, even though I'm, and I think that the two go hand in hand with counselling as well, because you using your experiences to make it into music. You're composing about feelings, and
yeah.
So I think it totally links.
Also, like on that as well, it's like it's where you're at in the moment. So like if right now you feel like that's the thing you're going to follow, cool. And then if 6 months down your line you're like, I hate this, fine.
Yeah.
If a year down the line you're like, I love it, great. Like it's never like what you decide right now doesn't have to be like that's it, that's what you're doing. It's just like maybe that's something you're going to explore for a bit. But like you always know, like music is that's just, you are a musician. Nothing's going to ever stop you being a musician. Even if you stop making music, you still be a musician, because that's just who you are. That's just, it's totally in what you do and everything. So like it's cool to explore stuff, and you're always gonna make music, even if you don't realize it.
I think it's sometimes
you'd always come back to it, and you can do both. Like that's fine. Like why not?
I was gonna say it's sometimes quite nice to forget that you're a musician, because it just pops up, and then you're like, oh yeah. So you might be thinking, oh, I'm not very good at this. I'm getting better every day. I'm really working at it. And then you're like, oh, but I'm a musician, and that's the thing that people think's really cool. So or sometimes people don't know that you're a musician. If someone doesn't know that you're a musician, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and we're gonna record album 3, and they're like, oh, you're a musician, oh my god. And it's just a really cool thing to just drop on people. Like, the kids today didn't know that they knew that I'd like teaching music, but they didn't really know that I played, because it's the first time I played anything for them, and they were like, oh my, you're so good at guitar. They thought it was they just couldn't stop. All I had to do, I didn't even have to go 3, 2, 1. Where are we on the voiceometer? I didn't even have to say that. We are on ninja mode. That means silence. I didn't even have to put anyone's name on the board. I just started playing something really calm, and they all just properly mellowed out, and they got on with the maths or whatever.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's really, so nice.
It was really magical.
You are the future of teaching. You should be the present of teaching, but there's not many teachers like you, so you're the future, unfortunately.
We'll see. It'll be an interesting one. Okay, let's go for number 7. It's a red ribbon.
It's a Christmassy ribbon, just because obviously you're a child of God, so I just thought
Thank
I'd
you. Also, been thinking more about religion recently. We'll come on to
Oh,
that
have
at some
you?
point. Maybe we
Okay.
won't talk about it, but yeah. So just been learning lots about religion because I've been teaching at school, and then I've been watching debates about religion on YouTube, and I've been so into it just because it's not something I've learned about for so long. And when I was at school, because I was at a Catholic school, I only was taught about Christianity and the branches off that. So I've been learning about Islam, Buddhism, Sikhism, Taoism, Taoism, um, Islam. It's really like opened my mind a lot and made me think about things, and yeah.
That's amazing, Megs.
Yeah, love learning. Okay, so thanks so much for saying that. Thank you so much for saying that I'm the best listener you have met yet. That really is important to me. I think being judgmental gets you nowhere. It leads to misinformation, stereotypes, pain, and keeps the chain fully intact. Ooh.
Oh, lyrics, album
We're
3
gonna
pile.
use
Come
all
on.
this. Okay, cool. We'll go on to the next one. We've got 8, and then we've got 8.5. So I don't know. Have we got 9? Yeah. Okay. Number 8 is a. Oh, that's cute. What does this say? It says. I think it says. Make your most exciting dreams come true.
The ribbon.
I love it.
Okay, Megs, that's so cool. You're really digging into how people learn. I'm actually reading a book about the brain as well, but from a trauma perspective. Ooh. Why that didn't we learn about our own brains and minds at school? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. I can't say all of them, there's a lot. I've learned so much already about trauma, emotions, mental health, etc. Like how flashbacks actually cliffhanger 8.5, it's a red ribbon, actually happen in the brain using brain scans, and how different parts of the brain actually shut down during traumas and during flashback. Love that. Honestly, there's a course, it's free, about how the brain it's neuroscience basically. And it's free, and it's like a 5-week course, and it's online, and there's videos teaching you about it. Absolutely fascinating. I'm trying to learn all the parts of the brain and what they do. Really love stuff like that. Best thing to know about the brain is that it's basically plastic and it can be molded. So anything that you are at the moment, or anything that you think, or the way you are, or behaviors that you have, they can all be molded.
It does take time.
It takes time, but everything can be changed.
You can reprogram yourself just like a computer. It just takes time.
Yeah, just love that. Okay, number 10. I think this is the last one.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that's great that you make art out of. To be honest, it's already been done. Come on, be original. This paper is made from my Gemma.
Anyway,
I'll let you imagine what the blanks might be. Wow, that was very.
So yeah, just revealing that was actually from me. I know I left you kind of umming and ahhing, so it
Wow.
was from me.
That was really eventful. And I really
That's so
enjoyed that.
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I loved that. Well done, Gemma and Megs.
Ooh.
It's really nice.
Well, that was a lovely chat. I think we'll have to make steps towards the mum cast at some point. I've already named it.
Come on.
And I think we'll finish there for today. So thank you for
Nice.
listening, and we'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.